Peace. Good evening. I'd like to welcome you back to another edition of the Foul Playland. As always, I'm your Foul Player. Wanted to talk about an issue at hand. Sorry, I was trying to see if the recording is working. Which is the closing of the Sports Illustrated publication. You guys don't know, here in America, I think it's abroad too. Sports Illustrated is a magazine that was actually a weekly publication when I was young, and little by little, I think magazines in general started taking a hit in the past like 5 years. To which Sports Illustrated, I remember when they went into a bi-weekly magazine into a monthly magazine. One of the big appeals, and why I think that the woke, go broke, as Mr. 45 says, one of the big reasons as to why the magazine is shuttering has to do with the fact, I feel, that the biggest draw to Sports Illustrated, especially annually, was the swimsuit edition. Ever since I was a kid, watching rich people on Lifestyle of Rich and Famous who were married or accompanied by somebody who was in a previous issue of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition or current issue of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition, was like a big deal for a rich person to have a lady who graced the covers or the sheets of the magazine at one point. I think this past year they featured for the on the cover of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition, they featured the one of the first persons who is claiming to be a woman but was born as a male on the cover, if you get my drift. If there were people who weren't interested in sports, see, I was hugely interested in sports. I would get Sports Illustrated sometimes if I was getting a flight and it was prior to the draft season. They would have a mock draft, and I would purchase it for that. Or prior to the baseball season, they'd give a preview to what teams did what and which teams got better or worse, whatever have you. Sometimes I on the way to a plane, or if I was traveling, I'd grab one, but it wasn't something that I would do on a weekly basis. I think I stole a subscription for 1 year once, and that was about it. And I'm a big time sports fan, but I wasn't grabbing the magazine most times for the sports. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm not a big magazine hawk like that when it comes to women. Like, seeing a woman in a bikini is not. I mean, it's. I'm not gonna say it's not a turn on, but I don't get turned on by that unless like the woman were in the flesh and walking in my direction with loving eyes. But to most regular red-blooded Americans and men around the world, people love the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition for the beauty that would grace his covers in terms of the women that were gracing his covers. But in the past couple of years, Sports Illustrated lost his way. I was actually reading an article a couple weeks ago when they were from when they were deciding when for who was going to grace the cover of their 2023 edition, and the first lady they featured, it was a fat rotund lady, and she was black. They had 7 other candidates to who was going to be the finalist. The black rotund lady, the fat lady, was featured as the first finalist, and there were no other black women. So they didn't get like a skinny, nice looking black chick. Like, no, it was like, and this lady was bald in addition too. So I mean, like, and I see that a lot too. I mean, it's like an off subject, I guess, like where they try to, you don't really see like a lot of like bomb, like black women that they put front and center. Like, it's always trying to show you like these real big fat ones and telling you, yeah, they're beautiful, rather than putting legit beautiful black women. Go to Washington D.C. I mean, like, all you see is black women that look beautiful. Go to Atlanta. You may see some that are fronting to be women, but you see a lot of beautiful women, black women in Atlanta, and South Carolina, North Carolina. But you can't get one. I mean, that are in shape. You know, like, not women that you have to convince me that as to their beauty. And fat is not beautiful. Like, fat women at times like have a funny aroma, especially when you get them in the sheets, if you will. I mean, not my kind of party, but I'm not speaking from experience. But Sports Illustrated fell into the woke trap of telling us what is now beautiful. That men posing as women are beautiful. That fat women are beautiful. That pregnant women, which was one of the finalists of the last swimsuit edition competition, were they had a pregnant lady as one of the finalists, and she's actually showing the bump. Now, I find pregnant women to be very beautiful. Not beautiful in the sense that, like, I get turned on by that or anything, but they look real pretty in the face of a woman that's pregnant. I don't know, they just shine. But I don't want to see that shit in no sport. I don't want to see it in a bikini, period. But to have that be one of the 7 finalists for what's probably one of the biggest gigs in the modeling industry is to try to get onto that Sports Illustrated cover. It's a damn shame. And you could see this, in addition to other businesses that are going down the trap of trying to shove the woke bullshit down your throat and telling you what's beautiful rather than just representing pure beauty. You're gonna see a lot of corporations like that fall. And to me, I take it with a grain of salt. Yeah, like, I don't mind a corporation going bankrupt when they go down the trap of the turning themselves into woke businesses and publications. When they shuttered their doors, ultimately, yeah, I mean, like, it's I could sort of smirk, yeah, but it's also dangerous that you see big corporations like a Bud Light that pretty much laugh off losing billions of dollars by making Dylan Mulvaney, a person who was also representing himself as a woman who was born a male, but they made them a promoter of their brand, did Bud Light this past summer, and Bud Light subsequently lost billions due to that. The liquor store by here, they don't even stock Bud Light no more. And Bud Light was a huge, probably one of the bigger beer brands in this country at least. But it's scary when I see corporations of the magnitude of a Bud Light, and even Sports Illustrated, if you will, that have tons of employees just either be forced, coerced, I don't know, infiltrated, and they go into these woke traps, and their businesses never recover. Now, in the case of Sports Illustrated, the story came out to the public because over 100 people, supposedly. I heard it's even more than that. I heard it was 600 people, up to. But over 100 people are being laid off because I'm not sure what the exact reason is, but they're not doing well. I mean, they wouldn't be closing their doors otherwise if the business was functioning properly. And I'm not saying that this is the sole reason as to it, but I'm pretty sure it's a big one. I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of men that said, you know what, I'm not going to pick up another Sports Illustrated when they're trying to tell me that men in bikinis that are posing as women are just as beautiful as or just as good looking, not beautiful, as a regular woman who's born a woman. But again, I don't want to take a victory lap with these corporations that do close or American businesses that do close, because at the end of the day, they're here on the patch of land that I do live in. And I hate seeing institutions close down behind really, really, really dumb decisions made by God knows who. But I expect more of that in 2024. I like to predict what I feel may happen in 2024. And I think that this Sports Illustrated is an indicator of what's going to happen to other businesses continuing on into this year. But let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Be safe out there. It's extremely cold here in the Northeast. And be careful driving. Be careful drinking. And I hope to see you guys again this weekend. With that, ciao. Peace.